Also the developer of Pier 57 for Google. And Young has some really interesting perspectives on commercial use and commercial space. And I hope he talks about that a little bit. YoungWoo, please.
Well, nice to meet you all. What we need to build in the future depends on what the future will be. And in order to understand the future, we have to understand our past. So in my opinion, about 25 years ago, it was all about I, me, myself, and I. And Steve Jobs was brilliant, and he named everything about I. Then from there, that I generation became we generation, together becoming very powerful. I think that has been the trend. But today, what I believe, I call now generation. Everything gotta happen yesterday. You gotta have under your control, and people becoming very uneasy about not happening fast. So when you think about that, where we are going, and then we have lots of interest about how millennial people think, and alpha generation people think, and future generation people will be thinking. We found out three things, something very common about these people. One is they want to feel very special. Whatever they do, they want to feel very special. And second thing they require, they want everything creative. Whatever they do, whatever they wear, whatever they eat, has to be creative. Then other thing they require is experience. They want to experience. So what we're doing in our project, and we want to provide those three things to our tenants or our guests or visitors. So every time they come to our project, they feel by coming in, they say, wow, I feel so special being here. And whatever they look around, they say, it's so creative. And being part of that creativeness. And whenever they walk around, they experiencing new things. If I can deliver those three, I believe our project will be successful. And going forward, I have a lot of curiosity about future. So we speak to time to time. There's a trend consultant. We ask them, what happened 5 years from now? What happened 10 years from now? And also, we speak to artists. Artists, they have different brain, and they have a very interesting way of thinking future. And also, we speak to once in a while IT scientists. I think the world is dominated by this virtual world. So with all that combination, and I had curiosity about how Amazon thinks, and how Microsoft thinks, how Google thinks about future. So I had an experience to go to see Microsoft campus. They were very generous. They spent 6 hours with me and showing their campus, which is about 15 million square feet of the space. And they are spending lots of money to renovate. So few things that I found out is this. They say they want to stay away from high-rise building. Once people go into elevator, then you are disconnected. So they want to build only 4 to 5 story building that has courtyard in the middle, that has a staircase. They promoting people to walk up and down in that atrium by connecting the people. Another thing I witnessed, everywhere you walk around, there is thinking space. it's a corridor or whether it's your office space, if you inspire something, you are able to walk in to this thinking space and you think about it. But this thinking space is technologically very advanced. And basically, technology tells you even where to walk, where to park, creating this efficiency and connectivity. And so, another fascinating thing that I found out from them, they had about 40 different real estate people keep thinking about this future space. And I asked them, what do you think about co-living space, co-working space? They told me it's an old idea. And that's a very powerful statement. Then, end of the tour, as I was coming out, I like to ask this question all the time. So what happened 10 years from now in this space? The CEO of Microsoft believes it's gonna be all vacant. Think about why it's gonna be all vacant. Do you know not long ago, Amazon was challenging, they say, we wanna sell 15 million items in one Friday, and we're gonna deliver you this merchandise in 4 hours to your house, right? Your place. How they do that? How they can deliver within 4 hours your merchandise to you? It means you cannot have this merchandise stored in Idaho, and then you gotta send it, and I receive in Manhattan, right? That merchandise has to be in Manhattan for me to receive. You know what was the solution? It's artificial intelligence. So we all as a developer, we gotta think about this power of artificial intelligence and how the world will be changing. You know, one time I had an opportunity to hearing from former NASA administrator told me, in 2029, my cell phone will be talking to your cell phone. You know, it's a fascinating statement, isn't it? He says, this cell phone collects every information about you, what you like to do, and who you're calling, and why you're calling, why you buying that merchandise, and all that. That is the power of Amazon, I believe. Amazon collecting all the information of you, me, and everybody. Whoever collects that more information is becoming a powerful company. We real estate developer, we gotta do the same thing. We gotta understand future space. 2029 is only 10 years away. In 10 years away, there's a huge change coming on. You know what else he says? It's a good news for you. If you can live 2032, you can live 150 years. You know, it's an interesting statement, isn't it? Because they are collecting all this information worldwide. If you are sick, you go to doctors, and doctor says, well, based on your symptom, they ask you the question, they say, okay, I think you have cold, right? But that is things that are changing. Now when you have cold, this entire world information coming to you. You know, I saw another day as I was coming out, Beijing International Airport, there's a big sign that says, if you are born this year, you will be living 150 years. That's our future. That's our future. It's not far away. It's only a few years away. So we developer, how do you position ourselves, right? Because any project that we do ground up, taken about 5 years. My peer took it 8 years. So think about it, in 8 years of time, they saying the world will be changing, and we still trying to get entitlement to do Pier 57 project. So I'd like you to pause and understand about future technology and understand how this technology changing every day, but we are so slow adopting that. And if we don't understand that future, our project become That's also. So that's what I want to share with you, how I think about future. And we all gotta think future seriously. There's a big thing coming up. Thank you.